Hi there, and welcome to another edition of Madison Books Tuesday morning story time. Feels like we've been doing this from a distance for a long time. I hope you're enjoying it out there because we still are. Let's start off today with a book from an author we had here in the store last year when his book was newly published, and hopefully we'll be able to do that sort of thing again soon. The book is called Run Wild by David Cavell. And it's all about the pleasures of getting outside, which seems like something we should be reminded of right now. Hey you, sky's blue, forget your shoes. Open that door and sprout, you're out. Chase the wind. Can you catch it? Oh, can you grab it? Almost the same. Go ahead, race a rabbit. Crunch, crack, twig, snap. Squeaky clean, who cares about that? Squish, squirm, fiddlehead fern, meet a beetle, talk to worms, even get one between your toes. Ooh. Run, run, wild, wild. All day long the sun's gonna smile. Are you brave? Come on, explore. Grr, grr, grizzly roar. Faster feet onto the shore. Hot, hot, burning sand. Ah, cool. Hello, clam. Take a deep breath. 1, 2, 3. Be a fish in the salty sea. Now, up for air. Just float there. Waves rolling, daydreams flowing. What's next, you wonder? Crash, boom, thunder. Run, run, wild, wild. Some days the sun won't smile. Rain dumps. There'll be slippery slumps, bruises, bumps, and rotten stumps. Oh. Ugh. Slug. It's kind of a cute slug. Are you okay? I think so. Come on then, let's keep going. Breeze blowing, sunset glowing. Ooh, moon's gonna smile. Run, run, wild, wild. That looks like fun. Here's another book by Keith Negley called Mary Wears What She Wants. Here at the start, we can tell a little bit about what this book's going to be about. We see boy clothes and girl clothes. Once upon a time, but not too long ago, girls weren't allowed to wear pants. Can you imagine? The only thing girls could wear were uncomfortable dresses, heavy and hot and hard to breathe in dresses, tied too tight and can't bend over dresses. It's the way things have always been and the way things will always be, they said, and no one thought it should be any different. Actually, that last part's not entirely true. Mary thought it should be different, and she had an idea. A very daring idea. A great idea. Oh, look at her tumble. Mary liked it so much she went into town to show everyone. It was kind of a big deal. Look at them all pointing. And not everyone liked it. You're gonna regret wearing pants, Mary Walker, they all said. No, I won't, Mary said back. But she kind of did. Mary didn't understand why everyone cared so much about what she wore. They've never seen a girl wearing pants before, said her father. Sometimes people get scared of what they don't understand. So I should go back to wearing dresses? Asked Mary. I didn't say that, said her dad. That night, Mary didn't get a wink of sleep. The next morning, Mary decided she didn't like being told what to wear. Pants were just plain better in all sorts of ways. As she left for school, she discovered she can even walk faster in pants, which Mary really appreciated. Whoa. But when Mary got to school, it was more of the same. Quite a mob. She started to worry this was how things were going to be from now on. I'd like to go to school, please, said Mary. But you're wearing boys' clothes, they all said. I'm not wearing boys' clothes, said Mary. I'm wearing my clothes. Now, if you'll excuse me, please, I'm late for school. And with that, she pushed through the door and went inside, prepared for even more of the same. Except it wasn't the same at all. And it was never the same again. That's nice that everyone showed up wearing pants. Look how much fun they're having. Now, the Mary Walker that this book is about is based on a real person named Mary Walker, who was one of the first female doctors in the country and was a surgeon during the Civil War and did a lot of other really cool things. Here's a picture of her right there. So that, I think, makes this book even more interesting. We'll have another book here, or another part of a bigger book. You remember last week we read a book about Zoom, the cat, Zoom at sea. And this week we're going to read another adventure from Zoom the cat. And this book, or this story, is called Zoom Away. There he is. Zoom was knitting something warm. Outside it was summer. All the other cats were in their light summer coats, chasing butterflies, rolling in the grass. But Zoom was going on an adventure. When he had packed his supplies, Zoom took a cab to his friend Maria's house. He knocked 3 times on her big front door. Maria was dressed in the fluffiest coat Zoom had ever seen. "There's no time to lose," she said, and showed Zoom a map of the North Pole. "I received a letter from your uncle, Captain Roy, some months ago," she said. "He was going to sail to the North Pole. He hasn't written since. Will you come with me and search for him in the high Arctic?" "Yes," said Zoom. "Good," said Maria. Zoom put on his backpack and they started up the wide staircase in the front hall. Zoom had never been upstairs at Maria's before. The way was very steep. The air grew cold. There were little hills of snow in the corner of each step. The windows on the landing were prickly with ice, and long icicles hung like teeth from the archway. The hall was carpeted with snow. Zoom put on his ping-pong paddle snowshoes. From a dark room, Zoom heard the howling of wolves. "Oh!" Maria suggested they sing a song so as not to be afraid. Zoom followed Maria down corridor after corridor, from room to room. There was deep snow everywhere now. At last, Maria stopped and checked her astrolabe. "This will be a good place for lunch," she said. They brushed the snow off 2 comfy chairs. Zoom placed tin cups on a frozen end table, and Maria filled each one with tomato soup from a thermos bottle. Not long after lunch, they came to a narrow hall which led to a little room. There was a low door in the wall with the words "Northwest Passage" carved in wood over it. Zoom could hear the wind whistling and thumping against the other side. He put on his goggles. Maria opened the door. Oh, how the wind howled, louder and more ferocious than a pack of wolves. Zoom lit his lantern. The doorway was very small, too small for Maria. "I'll have to find a different way," she said. "I'll meet you on the other side." Zoom set off. It was very dark and very cold. Soon his paws were numb. Frost tugged at his whiskers. I hope it isn't much farther, he thought. Then he saw the light up ahead, the end of the tunnel. Zoom scampered out into the light. Everywhere was ice, glistening and glaring in the bright sun. The air smelled like the sea. Yahoo! He cried. The North Pole! Zoom tied on his skates. Whee! He shouted. I'm skating on the Arctic Sea. Round and round the wind twirled him. Gulls circled, laughing. A noisy colony of grebes crowded in close to watch. Seals barked and clapped. Zoom didn't feel cold anymore. But after a while he got very tired. Out of breath, he clambered to the top of a frozen hill. He took out his spyglass to look around. There was a ship stuck in the ice. The cat ship, he read on the bow. It was Uncle Roy's boat. It didn't take long to get there. The ship was on an angle. It looked very lonely. Hello, called Zoom. There didn't seem to be anyone on board. In the galley, there was a note on the table. To whom it may concern. My crew and I have boarded a passing iceberg and are heading south. We have lots of food and water and are in a merry mood. Be sure to give my love to Maria and my trusty nephew Zoom if you should meet them in your travels. Yours affectionately, Captain Roy. P.S. I'll be back for the cat ship when the ice melts. Beside the note was a captain's whistle. Zoom put the whistle around his neck. He looked through a porthole out at the snow. He felt sad. He had hoped to see his uncle. Zoom! Somebody was calling his name. It was Maria. She had made a sled out of 2 oars and some sailcloth. I'm glad to see you, said Zoom, and climbed onto the sled. Then he told her about the note and the iceberg and Uncle Roy's escape. He yawned. Maria tucked Zoom in nice and cozy. It's all downhill from here, she said. Zoom drifted happily off to sleep with the Arctic sun beaming down on his face. When Zoom woke up, he was curled in the wing chair in front of the fireplace in Maria's sitting room. Maria was asleep on the chaise longue. Zoom licked his paws and snuggled down again. He'd been having a nice dream about traveling with Maria and Uncle Roy to rescue the cat ship once the ice melted. He closed his eyes. He hoped it wouldn't be too long. I think we're going to have some more adventures with Zoom next time. Well, that's it for today. So have a good week, and we hope to see you again next Tuesday. Bye.